Hello everyone. So today we are solving another question of JEE ADV 2021. This is on the topic of fluid mechanics. So let's see how we can solve this question. You must be aware of that the pressure difference among any fluid is nothing but equal to rho gh, where rho is the density, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h. But it is not always true and not a universal formula. But what actually matters is that it is only valid when our given container is in an inertial frame. Okay, inertial frame. And what is an inertial frame? It means that the uh, our container should be in the state of rest in respect to our observer. Okay, so we must satisfy this condition of inertial frame, then only we can apply directly this formula. So let's first read our question. What it says, it mentions that there is a cylindrical tube which is its base as shown in the figure is filled with water. It is moving down with some constant acceleration a, and p1 and p2 are the pressure points located at the base of the tube, and beta is given some value. What d is the inner diameter, g is acceleration due to gravity. So we have to tell which of the following statements are correct. So basically we have to tell the beta. It means we have to find p1 minus p2, and rho gd is already given. So what we can use as a trick here, that let me first draw the diagram. Okay, okay. Yeah, so if this is our given container, and this is point 1, this point 2. So instead of directly finding point 1 and point 2, which will be quite complicated to like first we have to measure the distance and then satisfy all the angles. Instead of doing this, what we can do, we can take another point 3 here, and we will first point p1 minus p3, and then we can find p2 minus p3, and by solving those two equations we can clearly find p1 minus p2. Okay, so let's do how we can do it. Okay, first of all, what we have to make sure is that we will make it in an inertial frame. So if we let's first calculate p1 minus p3. So to calculate p1 minus p3, so it should be in an inertial frame in the, like, its acceleration should be 0 in the y direction. Okay, because we are going in the y direction. So what is its next net acceleration? It is nothing but g. If it is moving downward with a is nothing but in this direction. We can break it into two components of a cos theta and a sin theta. Okay, a cos theta, what will be cos theta here? Theta is nothing but 45. So a cos theta is a by root 2. So if we put an acceleration of a by root 2 in the upward direction, then it is in the inertial frame. Now we can calculate p1 minus p3 as nothing but rho g has been here adjusted, g, which is equal to g minus a by root 2, as g is in the downward direction and a by root 2 is in the upward direction. G minus a by root 2 times h. What will be h? As we know, this is d and this is 45, so we can clearly say that this is also equal to d into d. Now for calculating p2 minus p3 or p3 minus p2, what we have to do, we are experiencing an acceleration of a by root 2 also in this direction. So to make it inertial frame in the respect of x-axis, what we can do, we will provide a pseudo acceleration of a by root 2 in this direction, so that it will be in the inertial frame. So here, like, a by root 2 is acting as a g here. Okay, so what will be p2 minus p3 here? P2 minus p3 is nothing but rho g is acting as a by root 2 times, again it is also equal to d. Now if we get p1 minus p2 by subtracting these equations 1 and 2, if we subtract those two equations, p1 minus p2 will be nothing but rho times d common g minus 2a by root 2. Okay, yeah. So we have to calculate for beta here. So we need rho gd as out in whole. So p1 minus p2 by rho d and g common, then it will be equal to 1 minus 2a by root 2g. Okay, okay, now we have to put the condition and check whether they are true or not. So beta will be equal to, when a equal to g by root 2, let's put a equal to g by root 2. So what will, this is equal to beta, we'll write beta is equal to 1 minus 2a by root 2 g. We can also do root 2 root 2. Okay, so 1 minus root 2, a is given as g by root 2 by g. So yeah, we can see it is nothing but it is equal to 0, hence our option A is correct. So by using this only, we can clearly say that B is incorrect, as when a equal to g2, beta is equal to 0, not greater than 0. For option C, let's check. When we'll put a equal to g by 2, 1 minus root 2 into g by 2 by g. So 2, or we can say root 2 minus 1 by root 2. This should be equal to beta. Yes, it is absolutely correct for option C. and our option D is incorrect. So again, we got our answer as A and C. Thank you.